أعزائي طلاب الفرقة الأولى، كل سنة وانتم طيبين بمناسبة شهر رمضان. My dear first year students, welcome. Welcome again, and every year, and your honorable and good health and safety. Now let us answer some questions as an application on what we has been studied. First of all, multiple choice question. First question. Macroeconomics is largely concerned with which one is the best answer? A. The behavior of individual markets. B. The behavior of individual agents. Or C. The detailed behavior of firms. Or number D. Economic aggregates such as total national product. The best answer is D. This is the definition of macroeconomics as we studied before. Macroeconomics is largely concerned with economic aggregates such as total national product. Question number 2. The key determinant of living standards and society's material constraints from one generation to the next is يا ترى number A, current unemployment, or B, current inflation, or number C, long-term growth, or the exchange rate. Which one is the best answer? Notice the key determinant of living standards and society's material long-term growth. Yes, long-term growth. Question number 3. Changes in the retail price index RPI measure changes in the goods that are commonly bought by typical households, or changes in the average household's cost of living, or changes in the cost of luxury goods, or changes in consumer income. Notice changes in the retail price index. بتكلم على الريتيل برايس اندكس، الرقم القياسي لأسعار التجزئة. Yes, changes in the average household's cost of living. Question number 4. By convention, GDP اللي هو الجروث domestic product doesn't measure أي واحدة بقى هنا من التعريف. لو تفتكروا معايا تعريف الجي دي بي: reported activities, non-marketed activities, or number B, reported activities and economic goods, or the value of goods and services produced in an economy in a given period, usually taken to be a year, or the last one, none of the above is measured by GDP. GDP doesn't measure, yes, unreported activities and non-marketed activities. Question number 5. Attempts by the government to control high inflation have tended to number 1 or number A, bring about recession, result in an economic boom, or have no impact on the economy, or the last one, prevent recession. شوف هنا محاولة الحكومة to control high inflation، يعني أنا بحاول أسيطر على الارتفاع في الأسعار. bring about recession. احنا شرحنا النقطة دي قبل كده، اللي هي بتاعت فيليبس كيرف، اللي هو العلاقة العكسية ما بين إنك تسيطر على التضخم أو البطالة. لما بتسيطر على التضخم بتزيد معاك البطالة والعكس. طيب يبقى إذا الإجابة الصحيحة bring about a recession. Question number 6. An increase in inflation during boom times often leads policy makers to في حالة بقى الارتفاع في الأسعار، خلي بالك during boom time إيه اللي بيحصل هنا؟ policy makers اللي هم الناس القائمين على السياسة الاقتصادية هنا هيعمل إيه؟ Which one is correct answer? Losing their policies in order to bring inflation under control, or losing physical policy in order to bring inflation under control. أو physical policy اللي هي السياسة المالية، أو number C losing monetary policy السياسة النقدية in order to bring inflation under control. أو the last one is tighten their policies in order to bring inflation under control. their policies هنا بتشمل ايه؟ policies سواء بقى الفيزيكال بوليسي او المونetary بوليسي. يبقى an increase in inflation during boom times often leads policy makers to number D tighten اللي هي السياسات التقييدية their policies in order to bring inflation under control. طبعا انا ما بتوسعش بقى في المعروض النقدي، ما بقللش سعر الفايدة، بعمل العكس هنا. طيب question number 7. A downturn in economic activity causes. Which one is the correct answer? No change in consumption. لاحظ downturn in economic activities. downturn زي الحالة اللي العالم بيعيشها دلوقتي. downturn يعني المنحنى نازل بتاع الأنشطة الاقتصادية. ده طبعا no change in consumption. هل الكونسبشن ما تأثرش؟ A decrease in unemployment ولا an increase in unemployment? Or the last one number D an increase in consumption. في شك ان في زياده في معدلات البطاله. تلاحظ ده في الحاله اللي بيعيشها العالم دلوقتي، في زياده في معدلات البطاله لان الايكونوميك اكتيفيتيز في داون تيرنز. يعني داون تيرن ايكونوميك اكتيفيتيز المنحنى نازل بتاع الانشطه الاقتصاديه والصناعه بتقفل اكيد increase in employment. بحاول اترجم برضو عشان الناس اللي طالبه مني ترجمه. Question number 8. Changes in government spending and taxation to influence the level of unemployment in the economy are changes in interest rate policy, fiscal policy, monetary policy, or marginal policy. لاحظ تاني كده changes in government spending and taxation. ده تعريف ايه زي ما شرحنا قبل كده fiscal policy. ان ال government spending و taxation دي tools، دي the most important tools لل Ministry of Finance اللي هو الادمنستريتور بتاع الفيزيكال بوليسي. يبقى الاجابه الصح هنا دي اللي هي الفيزيكال ايه؟ الفيزيكال بوليسي. Question number 9. If a government spends more than the revenue it raises from taxation, it's said to have. يا ترى هنا بقى لو الإنفاق العام الحكومي أكبر من الإيرادات العامة، ده وضع إيه للموازنة العامة؟ positive budget imbalance ولا budget surplus or balanced budget ولا budget deficit؟ شوف government spends more than يعني الإنفاق أكبر من الإيراد، يبقى ده عجز في الموازنة العامة بتاعت الدولة، يبقى ده إيه؟ budget deficit. So if government spends more than the revenue it raises from taxation, it is said to have budget deficit. So the best answer, the last one, number D, budget deficit. Okay, let us move to question number 10. Final demand doesn't include. Final demand طلب النهائي doesn't include which one? Goods and services purchased by firms and used as inputs for producing other goods and services, or goods and services purchased for consumption in the home, or goods and services purchased for investment, or the last one number D government purchases of goods and services. لاحظ final goods final demand يبقى goods and services goods and not only goods and services purchased by firms and used as input for producing other goods and services. So final demand الطلب النهائي doesn't include goods and services purchased by firms. يعني ديت شاريها الشركات عشان تخش كسلع وسيطة لإنتاج منتج نهائي آخر. So the best answer is number A. Goods and services purchased by firms and used as inputs for producing other goods and services. Question number 11. Gross domestic product GDP gross domestic product. يا ترى is the nation's output before allowing for depreciations ولا is the nation's input before allowing for depreciation or is the nation's output after allowing for depreciation ولا is the nation's output after allowing for taxation. Gross domestic product, yes, the best answer number A اللي هي is the nation's output before allowing for depreciation. طيب question number 12. An economist's total output is measured by احنا خدنا بقى تمرين على الكلام ده the sum of all values added in that economy. So number A, the sum value of all exports from that economy. Incorrect. Number C, the sum of all values imported into the economy. Incorrect. And the last one, number D, the sum of all variables traded in that economy. Incorrect. So the best answer number B, the sum of all values added in that economy. Question number 13. Domestic production creates an income claim on the value of production when all claims are aggregates. يا ترى أنهي واحدة بقى اللي صح؟ They must equal the value of all production. لاحظ كده domestic production creates an income. احنا شرحنا بقى 3 variables اللي هم are equals مش كده؟ يبقى they must equal the values of all production. طبعا B و C و D incorrect. They must be larger than no, greater than no, or must equal the value of all consumption no. لأنه الانكم not only consumption plus savings زي ما شرحنا قبل كده. So the best answer number A. Domestic production creates an income claim on the value of production when all claims are aggregate. A. They must equal the value of all production. Question number 14. In the theoretical flow of income احنا شرحنا الرسمة دي كويس جدا في المحاضرة قبل تعليق الدراسة. The total income generated by domestic producers is يا ترى paid directly to the financial system, received by domestic producers for their output, or invested in productive capacity, or the last one خلي بالك بقى circle flow of income. Total income generated by domestic producer is divided between domestic households as payment for factor services and the government in the form of taxes. The best answer. So number D is correct. A, B, and C incorrect. Let us move to the last question. Question number 15. Private consumption spending includes spending on اختار لي بقى واحدة من الأربعة دول fresh vegetables, street lighting, inventories أو building hospitals. يا ترى هنا أنا بتكلم على إيه؟ private consumption. خلي بالك استهلاك الخاص. أنهي واحدة في الأربعة دول تمشي؟ private consumption fresh vegetables. So number A is the correct answer. Fresh vegetables. B, C, and D incorrect. incorrectly. street lighting وinventories وbuilding hospitals كل ديت ما تنفعش ايه private consumption public consumption. كل الحاجات دي ايه public consumption not private consumption. till we meet again. اشكركم شكرا جزيلا. نلتقي ان شاء الله المحاضرة القادمة.